Okay, y'all, I'm back. Hey, this is part 2, and I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but family don't matter. That's my video book, and we're leaving off with he needed to see me. I think that's what we'll call it, because now that the refund check of his is being confiscated and now it's in my household, he's upset. They get the ball rolling. I'm in and out of court. His mama even comes to town. I take my mama with me too, as support. She end up, kicking it with his mama. Just being an uproar for me, even there. All the devils are up against me, y'all. To the point, and let me tell y'all, this is a true story. All of it. I'm going through it. I went to jail in front of all these people for no reason, because of hearsay. I'm coming into court like ain't nothing going on with me. I'm stressed though, stressed out bad, and this is when I'm drinking now, going through bottles of cheap wine, cause my estranged husband, even though he want me to believe that I'm the one that started him to drinking, honey, no. He started me to drinking. I probably had a drink before, but the way that I started drinking, no, honey. Trying different liquors and all that kind. No, he started that. I'm experimenting with cheap vodkas and all that. Drinking with him. So I'm drinking. Just cheap wines though, the 3 for $10. Chugging down bottles because I'm stressed. Because now he trying to take my kids for no reason. Because he's mad. Because he don't want to see money coming to my household for his children. So we in court. I can't afford a lawyer at all, but I somehow come up with a retainer that just didn't even do no good. She feeling sorry for me, trying to explain to the judge. The judge says she don't have nobody she can go live with. Me at my age, the judge asked if I have anybody that I can go stay with so I'll be able to afford to pay child support. Because at this point, they've already figured out all the income and everything. For me to just have lost that money, the retainer that I feed, for my lawyer to have no choice but to fire me because I can't afford her no more. I don't know how it goes. But they got what they want. The kids, both of them. And I had to pay child support. So I just look at it. He paid his half, however he could pay, like when he wanted to. Because they stayed running from it. Until it was my turn to pay. And of course, I paid faithfully. I didn't have no choice, but I had to keep working. And this man allowed it. And I have accounts from his own children that was in his home that money was never spent on them. It was never spent on them. It went into his household. That's how if you want to look at it as the food, okay. But the new clothes, when they needed clothes, and even coming back to me, honey, how they was looking coming back to me, it was like they was wearing hand-me-downs. My daughter's mouth was just all rashy. She want to believe that what she was dealing with when I'm picking y'all up at this point before I'm not doing it no more. You got custody, you can have them. You don't get to control me. And you showed me that when you took the phone from them that I bought so they could be able to communicate with me if they wanted to. You took it so they wouldn't be able to do that because you really wanted me to go through you. And look, God knew what he was doing because he set you up for, you think that I'm doing it and it's easy. He allowed you to see everything that I was dealing with, from their nastiness to them peeing in the bed and hiding it when all they got to do is just clean it up instead of, putting it in the closet behind the junk in the pile. And just, you be honest, put it in the washer or whatever so it can get washed instead of smelling up the room. All the snack papers up under the bunk bed, instead of just getting up and putting it in the trash can right there in the room, it goes, y'all get to experience it now. The only thing that I wasn't experiencing because they were young kids is the disrespect that they showed child. I got all the stories because the youngest one gave them to me. Even the ones how y'all were fighting. See, they never witnessed any of that in my home. Never, because I'm the type of parent, I don't bring men around my children. The only men that they know is each other's daddy. That's it. But they can't name no other man. Never. So when they get over there, they get to seeing the fighting, the abuse in the home, the fussing, the cheating, all of that. She's running away, hanging out. She's upset because now they're forcing their other kids, the kids that they have together, forcing them on my children, making them babysitters and slaves. To the point to where my daughter has to threaten her stepmother in order to get her to stop leaving her children with her. And she's just a child. This is all that she's dealing with over there. To the point, and it all comes from the youngest child, all this information. They've even got into a fist fight, my daughter and her stepmother, because the stepmother wants to be her mother so bad she wants to be me. Well, I know that she whooped you. And I'm talking about the stepmother. That was for me, and she didn't even know it. She didn't even know it. But that whooping that she gave you, it was for me. It was everything that you deserved. You can never be her mother. Even if I don't want to and can't because they won't allow me, you could never step in to fill my shoes ever. So you thinking that you was fixing to put your hands on her, you got the right one. You ain't her. And I'm sure you've heard her say that a lot of times. You ain't my mama. Stop trying to be my mama. Just giving the attitude that she has. But y'all was over there going at it. And I'm over here in peace. You get to see now all of that. Wishing that you could have just left them where they were. Mad at her, your wife, because you allowed her to talk you into it. Thinking that it was going to make things better. But now she see, these kids too bad. Because they really don't want to be there. You've upset their lifestyle. And they thought that they knew what they wanted. And they think that they know what they want because now they're around their sisters and brothers and they get to do whatever they want to do. Like that. And something is wrong and they just don't get it. Because when there was once discipline and now it's none, they don't understand. They're too young to understand. Why am I being allowed to do all of this? And this wasn't allowed before. They don't understand it. They have mixed emotions when it looked like, okay, I'm just strict. Because the stuff that they can do over here, they couldn't do with me. So I'm looking like the bad person. Eating all of the junk food, manipulating them with the trips to the Dollar General store and all of that. It was all to make me look like the bad person. That's called brainwashing. And he didn't get to my daughter, but he got to my son. And that's where I haven't talked to him in all of 12 years, over 12 years. And I don't mind. If that's where he want to be, he eventually see what I've been trying to say all along. Because it ain't going to go and he not know. He got to know. And he said to himself, oh, I see some truth in this. But he can't, he can never admit it. He's been brainwashed. And like I said, I'm going to hold on to your secret. And if you know that I'm like this, you surely, truly want to stay away. You've probably even heard what I think that I know about you. Because I've had some confirmation. But that's what I've always felt. And it's perfectly okay with me. You live your lifestyle the way that you want to. But you're not fooling anybody. But your secret is safe with me. Okay? But if y'all want to keep lashing out at me for what wrongs that have been done in your life and what they've showed you, keep at it. Because that's how you end up stuck and never able to move forward in life ever again, because you're blaming the wrong individual. You should be blaming yourself. Because see how I saw it for y'all, I was wanting my son, even though it ain't my path, but my dream for him was to be an engineer. Not an engineer helping somebody else form their business. Whatever he's doing, he's working up under his dad's thumb while his dad works up under somebody else's thumb as they progress in their business. What are you doing? Whatever my son is doing, he can't be doing too much because I ain't heard about it. But I wanted greatness for all my children. I had plans for them. I wanted them to go to college and everything. And I always said they could stay with me for as long as they wanted to. Long as they get themselves in education, something behind a trade or anything, something to fall back on. I said that. And that was my dream and my goal for them. And if you think I'm fixing to allow them to sit up here and to continue to make me look or even think that I was ever a bad mother, because they're a bad parent. So now with the youngest, she had to go too. Because she's always the one, she's like the oldest one. They're just alike. I'm still trying to understand. It's almost as if when one tells me something, the other one comes and tells me the same thing in the same week or even the same day. Just like both of them told me that they was pregnant on the same day on April Fool's. I thought they were lying, but they wasn't. I don't know if they was playing tricks. Well, we do know that the oldest one, ain't no telling what type of spell work she's doing to manipulate these situations, but the youngest one is on the same path that she is. And I know, yes, her being the youngest and they shared rooms for a long time together, y'all. They did. So she picked up on a lot of the oldest ways, a lot. And if I tell you they're just alike, love to talk over you, don't never, all of them are alike. They don't want to never listen to what you got to say. They don't, because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. Here it is. She's trying to tell me about my life. Too many times. Want to argue with me because really what it is, they're mad at their situation and who they're dealing with. So they need somebody to argue with. And arguing with that person don't do nothing but makes it worse. So they need to vent because they can't vent with the people around them. It's like that's the only reason why they bring me back in, because me trying to give them knowledge and help them to have a better situation than the one that they're in, they want to fight with me about what I see as the truth. They get mad at me because I be telling them the truth about things. And they know what they're talking about and everything. I don't have no idea what I'm talking about. They have to go and see it for themselves. Just like the oldest one. She's come and told me before, you know, now I see what you was talking about. Yeah, you don't have no choice but to see it because y'all messed with the wrong one. Y'all tried the wrong one. So he got to show y'all. Just like he's still showing her to this day. You want to keep making me out to be the bad person. Be the reason why you are like you are, all of y'all. And the youngest one, just like her oldest sister, down there trapped. Many outlets. She got caught up because, see, them over there letting her do whatever she wanted to do. She got a chance to run away and all that. She done ran away into the arms of a man and moved way to Alabama. You know, under their care, she done dropped out. She done been in alternative school and everything. But with me, she was thriving. They was going to patent little dances, boys and girls dances, and having, you know, bunches at the Boys and Girls Club, participating in stuff like that. But over there with them, she hanging out with her friends or having to threaten her stepmom to stop leaving the kids with them while they go gamble. Make it make sense. But yet they want to be mad at me for how their life turned out. Because they're seeing they should have stayed where they were. And because they chose to be where they went, it's my fault. She don't have no reason to ever blame me for anything. She wants to have the nerve to come and tell me how old she was when he got custody of them. Arguing with me about what I know when I lost custody of my kids. But I'm so glad that he got the opportunity to see. And he gave me some, you know, it was time to breathe. And I did that before the devil needed to show up again. And a cousin that I started hanging out with. And given how her daughter's friends, just their friends. I'm not even going over, I'm going over there to hang out with my cousin. And her friends. Her daughter's friends would come. Because they love to be around, you know, my cousin. She was a chill cousin, so I thought. Until she started seeing that the attention, I guess, that she was liking on, I started getting it. From the ones that was coming over, I started getting it. They started, you know, gravitating towards me. She didn't like that. So now every time I went over, she needed to clown me in some way or bring up my name in some way. Until I said, you know, I get it. And I stopped going around. Hold on, y'all. Gotta let the dog out. He getting on my nerves. Okay, y'all. I think he know when I be going live, that's when he start wanting to whine. And then when we go outside, he don't want to use it. I think he know if I'm here recording, I think he think he can get away and take advantage to get outside. Okay, I got his number. But we talking about the youngest one. See, I be losing my train of thought because I be flowing, but then the dog get the whining, and I hope he good. Because if he thought he was gonna stay out and run, we not doing that. But here it is, she's trying to tell me about my life and, you know, what I know. And I know you can't tell me. She's arguing with me, and this is what they like to do. This is a form of manipulation to get you to sway onto their side in their belief. But you're not fixing to do. I know my life. And I have to raise my voice when I don't even want to yell. I have to raise my voice with them. I don't argue no more. That's the reason why I left my estranged husband, had to leave. And didn't look back because I don't want to argue. I don't like it. And people love to put me in positions to where I have to argue and fuss with them and fight. Why? So now I'm going back and forth with my child trying to tell me when she got put in her dad's custody. So I shut that down. And I think she's pretty mad because she just could never win with me. She could never win. This last go round anyway, and I'm gonna be showing these little, cause they only, when I get to talking, honey, they don't want me to trust and believe. They don't want me to talk. They don't. But I'm gonna talk because they won't leave me alone. So let me tell you what's really going on so y'all can understand the whole situation and not just some. Because like I said, it could be somebody asking, well, you had to have done something. Honestly, I haven't done anything but struggle as a mother for my kids to be better than me. And you would think that I failed. Because the way that they're going on to this very day, just like I had this one, all out there talking about nobody telling my neighbor, nobody even likes her. Nobody even likes her. So that's what you really think. That's what y'all sit up and talk about. Well, you just saying all this just helps me to know that it's time for me to move alone in this situation from here on out. And they end up stuck. Because I always pick back up is what they fail to understand or what they even fail to see throughout their lifetime. Where were y'all at? We weren't living in no cars or nobody else's homes all the time. We had our own a lot of the times. More times than most. And she want to tell me when they left my care. And then she wants to come and blame me for what's going on in her life. She ran away from over there. She got into an accident on, during recess at school. Hurt herself. Her parent and stepmother didn't even believe that she was hurt. They thought she was lying. The stepmom even told me, oh, she just be lying. She's not really hurt. Just to get out of doing her chores. That's what she told me. That's what the white lady told me. That want to be me, want to be her mama so bad. We used her insurance. She provided her insurance and everything, and she said, well, I just don't really think that she, but yeah, you can use, and I did. We used her insurance for the surgery and everything. We sure did, because that child was hurt. She walks with a limp to this day. But they want to blame me. I'm the one when she came over. Because now, she's over here with me. With my sister. I'm working. She come over because I'm having to do the visitation thing. I noticed the limp and the pain that she might be going through. So this is when the Yellow Pages was near. I got the Yellow Pages and found the doctor. Wasn't even no referral or nothing. But we got it taken care of because that child's hip was slipping. It was slipping. And it was done for, she went up under surgery over there at Scottish Rite and all of that. Up under that latest insurance. But there was a surgery that was done under research. And they did let me, that's what Scottish Rite is. Because I had to speak to, they didn't let me know right off what they were doing because I didn't know what was going on. But I know today there was like, let's just say a new doctor trying his hand for the first time, and it was other doctors coming in that I had to be introduced to. That was me at the hospital with her. Getting her prepared for surgery and all that. I got pictures. And this was right like the same day that we just laid my father to rest. That same day. But it all just worked out perfectly. We went out and had dinner and everything. It was actually a nice little celebration. Everything felt good that day. I got pictures about it all. But they want to give me grief. Now all of a sudden they want to rush to the hospital. They want to call my phone about what's going on with her and get mad at me because I won't provide any details. I don't care nothing about using her insurance. It's a good thing that you got it. They in your care anyway. They should be, you know, she should be on your insurance. Because remember, that's what my child support is paying for. Some of that too. So in order for you to get that amount, she got to be on your insurance. And look at God. Because she had that surgery. When she was simply telling me on the phone, she just playing. She lying. And that child walks with a limp to this very day. So now that she's in my care, because she comes running the way back, she's cried her head off. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there, this and that. She comes back and lives with me. The daughter. Okay, we in the hotel still. We over here. Now my husband, got my husband there too. And he wants to be a father. So he's trying to discipline, but at the same time, he can be a little overbearing, wanting to do too much, just nosing, too involved with the children's lives, trying so hard to be a father. But she's not getting to do the things that she was doing over there because she actually has two parents in the home here that's not going to allow, you know, he's at home all the time. So what she want to do, she ain't going to be able to do it. You got to be in at a certain time and all that. You got to ask to go out. And if you're not getting it together in school, no, you can't do none of that. So she was over here for a good while to at least complete almost the school year. And she shared some of the dirty stuff that she's even done. Want me to remember, but I can't. I remember some things. But to know you coming and telling me and let me know that you were kind of like that problem. While they trying to explain to me and I'm not getting it. And letting you know that you can't go over there no more. And you don't understand. You don't understand my rules because you had none. You didn't understand my new rules coming in because maybe you can't. It really wasn't any. You was young. You was 9. You knew what you could and could not do. But now you're around 15. 14 or 15. And you think you're going to just do whatever? Not in my household. So what you do? You run away, involving them yet in my life once again. Now it's out there always funny to them because I stay in the budget suites, which is nothing but a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom efficiency, whichever one. They're apartments. For all the times that I've been over there, I've always had the same neighbors. So I don't care, but oh, they got to cackle because they had to come to the budget suites in order to retrieve her. They got more to talk about. That's what they want. That's what they prefer. And I really do be feeling like it's some type of setup each and every time. She think that she's going to bounce back and forth like a yo-yo. No. That's what she was thinking, but that was the last time. She never came back again after that because she ran into her first baby daddy. But she didn't have that child. She told me about it. I even warned her before, you know, when I knew that she was in a relationship, I already kind of felt it. But she kept me updated to what was going on. I talked to her. Didn't know that she was allowing somebody to control her, but he was. I'm getting the phone again, once again, so she can keep in touch with me. He's using it. Now he done moved her all the way to Alabama. He ain't even there no more. He back here in Texas. She with somebody else. Don't want to listen to me. Even gave her an outlet when I was living by myself before I invited this one in. You can come stay with me. I'll watch the baby for you. This was with the first child. Find you a job. They got plenty of stuff around here and I'm getting ready to move. You'll have your own. Yeah, but right now you can just come on. Because she was discussing with me what was going on, but she didn't want to leave. And every time it got to the point to where she needed to leave, I couldn't be there for her. Because now I've already asked this one, let's roommate. So then, before we move again, I offer her another outlet because I had to leave both her and her older sister alone at one point because they're the same. And I don't even know why I was trying to explain to her why me and her older sister fell out and me and her ended up falling out the same day. Because see, we was talking on a regular, me and the youngest one. But when I went on to let her know what had happened, I'm falling out with her too. Because she don't get it. They just don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to listen. This is what the problem is. They want me to just be there to vent to. But I can't say nothing. I can't interject. I can't offer any type of advice. I just got to be there to listen to them. They just need somebody to just talk to but not say nothing. Or not intervene or object to anything that they have to say about what's going on. They just want me to listen. I'm not supposed to be emotional about what's going on with my children and hearing the, stress and the hurt in their voices when they're even telling me this and, how their heart is. I'm not supposed to feel or do anything about that but just sit and listen to them. I can't have nothing to say. I can't have nothing to say. That sucks. Feeling the hurt and knowing that they're gonna blow up and no, but that's not it. And you telling them you being who you are and you telling them you seeing what's going on. But they are still on the defense about it's not like that. But that's not how he is. But that's what you're telling me. That's how he is. They don't get it. They don't get it. They get mad at me when I try to talk to them. And then she want to flip the switch because it got to a point to where she had to leave. So her father, her dad, and her stepmom drove and got it. See, I love, y'all got to go through, you want to see, you wanted to interrupt what I was doing. So you got to deal with it too. But this time, she can't come my way. She can come over there with y'all. That's what y'all want anyway. Y'all don't even want me a part of my own children's life. And that's what y'all work hard towards. destroying your own life, shortening your own life, working so hard towards stopping me from bonding with my children. Satan. I can't be this in their lives. They're needed for the karmic side, all of them. I can't be this. They don't want this bloodline to come through, honey, but it's going to. It's going to happen because they're just experiencing their south node. That's all. We all have to go through the south and the north. Now, if you want to go east and west, that's on you. But I left them alone that first time. I said, you know what? Just leave me alone. They both want to try to dangle the kids over my head, like as if that's going to keep me talking to y'all or letting y'all disrespect me or talk over me or make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not. So I cut them off. Both of them, the youngest and the oldest. To when they finally want to come and tell me, you know, at the same time, I know I mentioned it before, but it's the same. Both of them are telling me on the same day that they pregnant. Having babies not too far apart from each other. Like he was born in February, she was born in November. November 2023, February 2024. Coming, having their baby daddies to let me know that they're pregnant. And then, okay, congratulations. I hope y'all get it together. And then later on, to let me know that the baby was born, the birth date of that baby in November. And then this one here, she needs some help. And I got a new grandbaby coming. So sure, yeah, I want to be there. I was there for her. Why not be there for him too? God know what he doing. And I was there. I still went, even after I had to yell and say, you know, no, you're not going to tell me what I already know. But she needed me. So she got it together for the moment because she needed me. She needed for somebody to get her child for her because she wasn't going to be able to take care of 2 kids, 2 babies. She won't be able to do it. So she held it together for so long until she thought it was time for her to get her lick back. And want the people. She even recorded it, honey. Posted it on her TikTok. Yeah. The police at my door. Which I wanted her to come with the police because I don't want no problems. Just come on and get your child and go. But she was out there as if I was trying to keep her child. And look at the devil. Right before we opened the door for her, the child fell running to the door and busted her lip. First thing the police say, what happened to her lip? The Satan. Now it's looking like I'm in here abusing the child. When I got her bag all folded and packed up all neat and ready to go, waiting for her mama. Asking, texting, what's taking you so long? But she at the police station because she wants them to believe, because I'm just so calm and rushing her to get there. But she really wants them to think that I'm trying to keep her child. Because she needs to be able to post something and make it seem like she got some drama, some real drama in her life. But then when I came back, because they follow me and watch me and stalk me. So she was a friend on TikTok. When I seen that she posted that and I'm believing that she wanted me to see it. Got some views too. I responded. I sure did. The next, not too long after, it was gone. While you trying to create the narrative for me, how about you tell them where you living? And how you living with your newborn baby? How you trying to keep the rats out? And if you got rats, you got roaches too. And I'm pretty sure that you do. Let's keep it a buck of how you really down there living. Sleeping with a man, a boy that don't even want you. Like he told me, I've always told her she can leave whenever she get ready. And like I told her, you ain't nothing but a cum bucket. Which that's what she is in my eyes. Like her grandmother. Because she's leading the same life as her. The same exact. 2 kids. Running from state to state. With 2 kids on the hip. In the arms of these men who ain't doing nothing but taking advantage of her and her situation. She's always been a provider to black men, but don't like black people. She's racist. That's why she can't seem to leave me alone, the grandmother. Always got my name on her lips, trying to figure out what I'm doing, and honey, it irks them. If they know that I'm talking to my kids, this one, the youngest one, oh baby, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. Just like this last go round. Stepmama, why you need to know if I'm gonna be there for his birth? Or if I'm coming down, why is that any of your business? Huh? Why y'all can't seem to just, it's been all these years. Why y'all can't seem to leave me out? Y'all really want me to be a part of y'all life so bad. And do y'all understand I'm talking about 2 different families? My family and another family. Honey, nobody likes me. She wasn't lying. But that's the way it goes because nobody liked Jesus either. The majority hated Jesus. So hate on. I don't care. But my truth is here to be told. So no, nobody. They always coming up against me for some reason. Bringing me into their mess and their drama. So there it is. Once again, I had to shut her down. After I done drove 10 hours to be there by her side, sleeping in the hospital cot or the little sofa bed for 2 days. Even expended the time that I was supposed to be there with her in the room. Because he really didn't want to. He didn't care. They was having to do stuff. She was trying to figure out ways on how he was going to get there because they don't care about her enough to allow her boyfriend to use the car. He don't even care enough because he ain't pressuring them and letting them know, hey, I gotta go do this. She having to fuss with him, pressure him to figure out a way to get the car because she getting ready to leave for him to sign the birth certificate. And fortunately for them, she waited around. But this, wanting better situations for them, but they mad at me. So what do? I bring her oldest one back with me and keep her for a few months, as long as she needed me to keep her so she can get herself together. And I'm gonna get it right, but she gonna get it right up under his roof. She won't leave. Well, his mama's roof, because he stayed with his mama. Older than her. Now that I've learned. Just taking advantage of the situation. All her income tax, well, at least this last one, she was able to finally get a car that she could sit in to get away from the kids. When he's hollering and yelling at the top of her lungs and she don't want to hear it, she can just sit in the car. But how that child came to me as an infant, still drinking a bottle, still in Pampers, not pull-ups, Pampers, going on 3 years old. A bottle, yeah, just in the form of a cup. And I got her all the way right. And I did it the right way. And to help this one to understand, the one that was staying here, kids need to be disciplined. There was a whiny child. She probably done turned back to her old ways. I'm sure that she has. Because you can't be lazy with 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. But she helped me along in a schedule. But at the same time, her being here, I was able to learn something and learn how to see children better. Because they smarter than we think. So I learned her schedule and we got it together. That baby's potty trained. Probably not anymore. I'm sure she's had a few slip-ups by now. She had some, but not many. She was able to tell me that she had to use it. She was wearing underwear, not pull-ups, not even pull-ups anymore. The pull-ups was just when she went to bed at night, and she was waking up dry at times because we took the time out to see her to the pot before she went to sleep and when she woke up and throughout the day. Because it's a schedule. It's a routine until they can get to the point to be able to do it for themselves. Just like she wanted me feeding her processed food. She wanted to force processed food in my house. When I'm telling her, I'm not doing that. I'll cook something like it. But she was like, she ain't gonna eat it. She ain't gonna eat. That girl ate she didn't want to taste it. But I knew how I was gonna get her. All I did was slide my finger across her lips. I ain't forced nothing in her mouth. And when she wanted to see what that was. That's how I got her to finally eating. And she was eating regular food, and she's a good eater. But her mama probably wouldn't even know that. Because she was wanting me to feed her little ravioli tin cans to place in the microwave. I said, I'm not doing it. I'll create something like it. And I did, and I made her a beefaroni from scratch. And she tore it up. Tore it up. She not gonna eat it because she gotta see it in that can. I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep the can around. I didn't even have to. I'll go buy one and I'll keep that can around. I didn't even have to. They think that they know what they're talking about, like I've never been in this position before. I let them bum one another when, if it was anybody coming in, a new baby that I was having, I always allowed them to bond with their newborn. Do you know that my oldest daughter, she didn't even want her kids. They 10 and 7. She didn't want them around the newborn at all. And when I told her, because I took some pictures of all of them together with, the oldest one holding, she said, Mama, don't do that, because not just yet. I want her to get a little bigger. Why they can't hold their baby sister? Because it didn't make sense to me. Every time they came over, I want to enjoy her. Y'all live with her. They was always swarming around until it made sense that they don't get to be around her. How sad. They don't even get to enjoy their baby sister. How sad. But now I bet you they do, because she need a little help. That's why I was preparing the oldest one, because she gonna need for you to be watching her. So let me show you. Never leave her alone. And if it's something that you can't do, you let your mama or your daddy know. And if something happened, I don't care if they tell y'all not to open that door for somebody, anybody, you go get somebody, because it's something that you can't deal with. Because everything that she done said that I was, well, what she's setting up, she's fixing to become that. She's already that. Everything that she says that I am and never been, she is that. She's a bad parent. She had them kids out of school for a whole entire year. Want to be mad at me though. And here it is, her baby sister following right in her footsteps. Just down there producing kids, trying to keep a man. Happy that she had a boy, thinking that that's going to keep him around, and she's still down there frustrated because it don't keep him. he's with a whole nother woman. And she knows it. She know he cheating. But they want to be mad at me because all I'm offering is them a way out. Make it make sense. That's it. So, since she's brought the cops to my house this last time, and I'm talking about the youngest one, for no reason. The only reason why you should have been bringing them is to make sure, it's no problems between me and you the way that you was talking. I told you I was going to call them when y'all was on y'all way. That's what I intend to do. You got there first. They there thinking that I'm trying to keep your child from you, or like as if I'm the problem. And I had to let them know what's this about, because I'm the one that called. But the cop, and good thing you got your karmic and your divine as a pair, because while the one cop want to stick his foot in my door that closes on its own as if I'm closing the door on him, the other cop is like, like pretty much chill out with the one cop. Talking about, oh, I thought she was trying to, and I'm looking at him, yeah, you look stupid. But it's really Satan. I'm under attack. I'm always under attack. So now she got her footage. She done drove all her 10 hours away making it seem like, what was the secret about? Why you couldn't allow me to know that you were coming? When I went to ask, instead of saying it being a problem, she wanted to create a problem when it was time, for the baby's food, because she was running out. I'm spending my own money. Where the stamps at? I got your child, so where they at? I haven't heard from you, nothing like that. She wanted an argument. She wanted me to call and ask. Because when I did, I saw the look on her face. This is what she's been looking for. And she turned it into something else. Never want to tell me. She couldn't just come out and say, we're coming to get her tomorrow. Because see, like I told her, now that I've gotten into it with him, because she's sharing information with me, and I'm having to step in to correct him, she don't want me to do that. No, I got to say something. I have to say something. She's mad at me for doing that, because now here it is, I'm coming in to help. And his stance is really like it's preventing that, making it hard, making it difficult. She's sharing this information with me, and I do step in and I text, not to be mean or not to, come across any kind of way. He jumped fly. So I had to give it back to him. And it went just like that. Just like that. I left him looking like the fool. Because you done come up, when I say come up against the right one for all and everybody, they have. I know they don't want me talking, but I'm going to continue to talk. You should have left me alone. You should have left me alone. You chose the wrong one to try and take advantage of each and every time or come up against, because I've done nothing to neither one of y'all. None of y'all. Any of y'all that I'm going to be talking about in this book. And if you've mentioned, I'm talking about you because you're one that I never did anything to. And you're mad because I walked away from you. And because here it is, I got her child. I don't know if she was going to send her iPad, the baby's iPad, and think that it was going to sit up in my house to where she can monitor what's going. It wasn't going down. Baby, I have a life still. I'm just going to maneuver around how she's here. I'm fixing to make it work like that. And I did. And she couldn't take it. What? Because I know how to work this around nap times, because she had nap times every day. Y'all watching me and mad because you can't seem to get it to go like I'm getting it to go. Like you thought she was going to come and it was going to be a problem for me. She's up under my authority. And we gonna get her together like I need for her to be together, because, honey, we not fixing to be changing no Pampers on a 3-year-old. And now she got another newborn. She was barely getting up to answer the phone with her when she was here. And every time I did talk to her, she was always sitting in the car. Where the baby at? In the house. She was getting away from him, crying and whining, wanting him to go to sleep on his own. She came back and mentioned it later. What's wrong with that? Me stepping away from a minute. Because you can't handle. You got to be in some state of mind or mentality first. You got to go out and step out and get yourself together, but in the meanwhile, neglect your children. It's not just, it's nothing new. He's just, they both been done the same way, because they're in no mindset to deal with children at all. Neither one of them. And want to be mad at me. Well, she can't talk to me anymore either. None of them. Because this last time, how she did, and then trying to record me and post it to TikTok so she can get some views, using her own mama, and then talking about take care of your warrants, boo. Thank you for letting me know, because it is one out there from years ago when y'all was little. It sure is. Thank you. So, and what does that mean? Because you probably got them too. Because in the conversations that we had, you don't like to drive because y'all ain't got no tags on the car and all that. So what was your point? See, y'all so grown and want to be so smart, but you come up against the wrong one. Remember me, when you go through everything that you're going through, please remember this face, because it's the reason why you're receiving the karma that you're receiving. That's how it goes. God knows how to set you up to deal you the hand that you deserve. And that's what's going on. He chooses wisely. So you got to go through it until you cry out, wanting to get it and understand why I keep going through this. Because you're going to keep going through it. You're going to keep getting abused, going back and forth, because you don't want to be like me. You don't want to have a lot of baby daddies. You don't want to be considered as no hoe, like your men got y'all thinking. Yet they don't want to be with y'all though. They don't want to marry y'all though. But y'all don't want to be a hoe like your mama, because she got 3 different baby daddies. Y'all want to be like me. You want to keep the same man, but they don't want to keep you. Make it make sense. But want to be mad at me because all I want to offer y'all is the opportunity to not have to go down the same roads as me. So sad. But to each his own. They now know that they can't talk to me. They can't deal with me. I have yet to get my number changed one more time. And that's for this one right here. Well, she's not here. And I hope she's gone and never to come back here. Because my plan, I'm leaving too. I just don't know when. Because I want a fresh start and I don't want nobody to know where I am and where I stay. She does. And for all of the things that she said, they get, when things start popping off of them, because it is. And when it starts happening, they're going to get madder of me walking away and blame me some more. It's never their fault. They're never going to kick themselves. They're going to blame me for walking away. I'm the reason why they can't call and talk to me. They're going to blame me. I'm changing my number and I'm getting a new address. I don't want nobody to know where I am. Nobody. And we're going to talk about my previous roommate next time. Okay? And I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, because I've given y'all some hours. I just felt like it was a good day to do it. Undisturbed. I got to do it like this because I don't know when she's coming back. I don't, and I don't care. I don't even want her to come back. I don't. I'm ready to be through with them. But this ain't happening. We're going our separate ways. It's a done deal. And that's a fact. And I'll help you to understand that when we come back. Bye, y'all.